Anyway, that's the world we truly live in, and that's why you're going through the planned depression now. And of course, it combines with austerity. Now, under their own laws, if you had followed them before they mentioned the word austerity, you would think their plan was to get you back up and running and manufacturing and creating jobs, etc. But no, we're told, no, we're supposed to, since the bank crashes, we're supposed to be austere, eat less and buy less, and be quite happy that they're going to take all your spending money off you to pay high energy taxes, high fees for everything, and that will take care of all that excess cash you had in your pocket. That's what's happening now. And what's even crazier is when you watch one country after another in Europe go around this circle of bailing each other out. And it's all tax money, you know, from countries that are already supposedly bankrupt. Into a black hole. They say, we don't know if the money is going to eventually plug this hole or not. And so they keep throwing more billions at it. It's an absolute con. What a con. We live through one incredibly large con after another. And people are taught by straight faces on television that this is serious stuff, and experts are managing the whole darn thing. Isn't that amazing? I think our IQ must have really dropped over the years for us to accept such rubbish coming from mainstream media with their experts. If there were such experts, none of it obviously would have happened in the first place. And apart from that, if Greece had failed on its own, let the banks crash, or let them fiddle their books like every other country fiddles its books to make it look glowing and wonderful. They can keep the same cons going forever if they want to, in a positive way rather than a negative way. All the books are rigged. Money itself is rigged. It's all a con. But anyway, here we go with the US. This is, they've downgraded the US for its purchasing power and so on, which means you're going to buy higher interest now. And the same bankers you bailed out, by the way, will now be getting even more interest off you. Fannie Mae, by the way, also had its hand out the other day there for another $5.5 billion. They're still getting bailed out, all these banks. Anyway, downgrade ignites a global sell-off, it says. The 634.76 point plunge is worse since 2008 as worries rise about the US economy. And it says the downgrade of the US's credit rating sparked a global sell-off Monday, pushing the Dow Jones Industrial Average to its sharpest one-day decline since the financial crisis in 2008. And scenes reminiscent of 3 years ago, selling accelerated as the day went on, and investors were forced to sell to meet margin calls from lenders demanding more collateral. It's such a magic trick, isn't it? You ever watch the guys with the cups and they put the dice in one, and then they move them back and forth all fast and say, where is it then? Where is it then? And you get a little prize if you guess right. Well, this is what it's like, isn't it? They're either bailing out other countries, or they go down themselves in the process, and it makes no sense at all. If you were truly that broke, you wouldn't be given a cent out of the country to any other country. Never mind building hospitals in China, because you signed a deal way back when you did the WTO trade deal. You know, you would not be building up India to be an up-and-coming country with your tax money, but you are. And all of this kind of stuff. So it's just incredible. We have to go through this farce, and that's what it is. It's a farce which will really hurt people, as well get trained to be austere and to basically get pent-up frustrations until they have the big riots, the real big riots, which are scheduled to come down the pike. Not the little looting ones in London right now and across London and England. That's just youngsters who have watched enough advertising on TV saying, don't you want this big flat TV screen? And they're going shopping. That's what that is right now. Because obviously they can't afford it, but they're told they're supposed to have it according to the lifestyles on the ads on television. However, this is the farce that we're told is reality. And they've got no ends of experts to come out and tell us why we must keep throwing money at other countries, hoping to shore up or plug the hole, the big black hole in space, to stop the money flowing through. It's almost like congealing it, eh? Like just putting lots of corks in there and hoping they all congeal together with some jelly, and it stops just disappearing in the big black hole. What a farce. And they call this economics. And the guys get, they get big letters behind their names for being economists. What a joke. What a joke, isn't it? You're better with somebody with a crystal ball It's cheaper to keep them. Now, anyway, that's the US. They've been downgraded, etc., etc. So the US has to get used to borrowing money at a much bigger interest rate, and to get used to being austere, which means don't eat as much, don't buy as much, and be prepared to pay 10 times as much for energy. Because you see, energy is really, and taxes is where your pocket money is to go now. That's what they mean by austerity. It's all planned that way.